What up, everybody? Digitize the world. It's been a long time coming. A lot of new music, a lot of travel, a lot of new things in my life. But through those journeys, through those obstacles, through the hard times, through the good times, my music. This is for the artists out there, that for the young people, just for the artists. You know, I know we all go through them hard times, writer's block. Sometimes we even feel like just because it's not being played, just because it's not being watched, just because it's not being shared, reposted, whatever, you know, don't let this social media get into your head. Don't let this social media think that this is that your whole world has to be, accepted. Because right now, as far as I know, like a lot of artists is not being accepted, where we are expected to be, to be whatever it is, that for me, art is about honesty, being so honest that it hurts even yourself in the process, But that's why you got to be very careful and how deep you go into your mind, because some of my tracks right now are so different that a lot of people probably like tripping out, So just because how dark it is, and that's definitely where I've been these past couple, at least like last year, even leading up into this year. It's been very heavy. A lot of changes, a lot of transitions, and we got to ride it out as best as we can in this life. And making music, being an artist, seeing the world as life and death, but definitely the journey, the destination is not really important. As I started growing up, and taking the road and making the music and doing the shows and performing, it definitely taught me a lot about the time we live in right now, and not only that, who I am in that time, and because it's so much knowledge, so much growth and appreciation, gratitude, to all the people that I've come across that listen to the music, keep up with the music, because it's a story unfolding, and definitely that's what it's about. So, and this story, who's gonna read it? This is for my family, man. Why I keep continuing to write music and always will, because these are chapters in my life. These are definitely like stories in my life. Some music is just for the rah rah. Some of it's for for different people, but there's a lot of tracks, including a lot of what's truth versus everybody, to creator versus my enemies. This is creator versus my enemies. This is the most emotional. This is like some of my deepest like battles within like finding peace in my anger, and utilizing my voice, my anger, and so that's definitely where I'm at, in my truth and in my honesty and in my humility, So creator versus everybody, that's what it's all about for me, and my direction and what I'm speaking about. Because I'm speaking about just daily battles, just the daily battle, these thoughts that we have of suicide, of just reminiscing a little too much on people that have gone on. Not only that, to where do you find strength within when you say, creator, I need you right now, that like sometimes we draw strength from my ancestors, from my grandma. That's what that Must Center song's about, something about that, gaining strength from your memory, looking within your mind and making all that pain, all that death, all that hurt, all that fucking sorrow, and even the mourning processes, some things that we don't know how to teach, just when the time comes, But as an artist, like, that's what I'm trying to just, I don't want to get too dark and too emotional, but all areas of my life have to be covered, and so I've always, since I became an uncle, that's one thing I held in back in my mind, But as I started growing up and my nieces started growing up and teaching me about myself, teaching me about like just kids, I don't know, it's a whole different experience, you know, because we were all once those kids, but you know, as we grow older, you know, 20, 21, you know, you definitely start feeling changes psychologically, you know, like things you used to like ain't really popping anymore, things you know, different interests. So as I grow up, you know, that's definitely what it's been about, just looking at this world as life. You know, everything is alive. How can I translate that in my music? You know, and definitely from an indigenous mindset, you know, and ceremonial perspective, you know, this world is speaking to us in many ways. So how do you capture those moments? How do you capture that, like that beauty, those epiphanies, those ah moments, not only within yourself, but within the world, Mother Earth, you know, and Father Sky, and all the holy ones in between, you know, that keep keep it all in balance, you know. So how do you capture that? And I feel like that's what a lot of people are trying to do right now. I hear a lot of music, and it's beautiful to see, you know, and definitely there's a growing passion to speak your existence, you know, and definitely because right now a lot of this is ideas. Pretty soon, you know, doesn't matter, but it's gonna gain a lot of momentum. And when that future comes, you know, I pray for those people, those individuals to remember the fundamentals, to remember why we are really using these tools, you know, not just get caught up in the money and the fame and, you know, all the yes men, yes women around them. So definitely, definitely just keep grounded, man, and keep going on. Find those find those areas in life that you need to cover, that you can teach from. Everybody has a voice, everybody has a life that you have lived, you know, up till you're born, up until right now. For me, my life has just been war, balance, you know, and a fight to even just find peace of mind. Because as a kid, you know, that's what it was all about, just to want to see my mom happy, you know. So that's what makes me continue on just making music and traveling in the name of my mother as well, you know, and my father too. They traveled when they're young, protest, all that. So just continue it on, you know. We are part of a movement, you know, and that's what it's about. And these movements gonna have highs and lows, you know, and it's beautiful to be a part of it, experience it with the people, quote unquote, you know, and don't get too lost. Don't get too lost as you journey in this world and this music, man. This music is gonna take you far. This music is gonna show you new things, and the power of the voice, and the power of that word, you know, and the vibes that bridge it all together. So hit that stage, fucking rock it hard, man. Rock hard. You know, get off stage, you know, and definitely see how you can perfect it. See how you can get better, you know. Endurance, longevity, work out, run, you know, before the tour, you know, all these things, you know, save up some money, you know, spend some cash here and there. Just definitely, as you travel with this music, as you travel and create music, you're gonna tell so many stories, and that's definitely one thing, you know. I love making music for the front line, for the warriors. I love making music for, you know, that type of anger, that aggression, that those demands, you know, that these catchphrases, these words, this messages, you know. I love feeding that fire. But there's a lot of other things too that we have to show ourselves, and that's being, and I don't know. For me, I'm just not afraid anymore. Being honest, you know, being brutally honest, man. This Creator versus My Enemies was a project that brought tears, that brought depression, that brought so much out of me, man, because I'm going through it. So in my process, sometimes I have to tear myself apart in order to get down to the core of the song. I have to relive those memories. I have to really dig deep and get over all the shoulda, coulda, woulda, and get down to what I got out of it. And some things are just so hard, man. Like that Must song, my grandma's song, talking about my grandma and losing her and where I'm at right now. And man, so it took forever to record that song because I would just start crying. I would just start crying. I was just, because I would imagine her. And as I wrote that song, I felt like she was there and she heard me and she helped me write that and get those vibes out, because that song is a very beautiful song, how it came to me. And I was just babysitting my homie's kids while he went to the store. We were changing the oil. He went to go exchange the oil for a different one or whatnot, or whatever, get some tools, something. And I was just sitting there and I was just listening to this beat. And I just seen, the daughter and the son playing with the neighbor kids, and it just brought me back. So you listen to that song, it just brought me back to those vibes of like being a kid, going to your friend's house just down the street, and just like that's all you think about all day. Like Friday, like it's the weekend, I'm gonna go to my homie's house, I'm gonna play, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna watch movies, we're gonna try and stay up all night, these type of like, you know, memories. So I try to feed that, use that fire, man. Use that fire to heal. Because a lot of kids can't be kids nowadays. There's so much pressure on them, so much restriction, so much everything. So it's definitely a crazy ass world out there. And having been traveling and and whatnot, man, it's a beautiful life to live. A lot of the lifestyles, talking with the bros, like it's some people just don't understand, and we're still trying to figure it out. The lifestyle, being on the road, is like there's no really there's like no money into it. People have to like just like usually just like meeting people the first time, and the kids like they're interested, but then they hold you like right at the like borderline of like, are you really worth listening to? That type of thing. But definitely just building bridges and being yourself. Not trying to say I know, yeah, I know, because really, I don't really know. I don't know about that community, so it's just listening, paying attention, asking questions, but not like crazy questions, but just getting down to the nitty gritty and trying to capture those inspirations and take them back to the mic. It might not be to the essence of what that experience was, but it helped fuel the fire. Like a lot of these songs, my first project I was working on, Buffalo Springs, that's what that one was all about. For all the organizing, the organizers, being an organizer, the stress, the pain, the loneliness, the depression, the unity, the solidarity, those beautiful moments, those high moments, those victories. I wrote about all that in Buffalo Springs because that's what it's about. It was like a homecoming for a lot of for my mind and my like a pinnacle point within my artistry, because by that point I was writing songs, two songs a week, man. And right now I practice patience. I try to practice patience at least with my music. But sometimes I just want to record it, edit it, mix it, and just fucking put it out. But sometimes everything takes time, man. Don't rush your projects. Don't rush it. Work on that tone. Find your vocals. Work on your voice, your breath control. Find that energy. Find that spirit for that song, because it's gonna be like you want everything the best. Just do your best. Quality, quantity, man. We can do it all, and that's one thing I try to do with just the music. Put out music that tells a story, pain, love, struggle, you know. But a lot of this is just a lot of right now, Creator versus My Enemies, my project that is continually working, an album that right, just I put this title out and that's the concept, and now one track a week or one track every 2 weeks, boom, put it up. I got 5 songs on there right now, and these next couple songs are gonna be pretty dope, pretty hype. something to just like really bump, listen to, short and sweet. And but this is all for now. A lot of what I'm doing right now is just for now. I will start getting back to, performing and getting back to like those raw hip hop vibes, those just up to upbeat. But right now, man, I'm hurting, so I'm making music for that pain. I'm getting my pain out, man. I'm getting my like growing pains out because I'm 27 now, so I got a whole life to live, and I'm trying to live the best I can because I'm on my second chance. So I ain't trying to mess around no more. Just do the best I can in all areas of my life and all practices and skills. So that's just what I wanted to say to all the artists out there, especially the native artists right now on the road doing their thing and they buzz, because you definitely have power. Use it. Use it. And I pray that all y'all go far in this life, because there's so much against us, man. We cannot put each other against each other. And support each other's work, support each other's, projects, vision, go to their shows, do all that, because that's what it's all about. I try to do it as much as I can. But right now, man, I've been doing it. I've been out there, so I've been kind of right now just I'm gonna lay low, bro. I'm gonna lay low and I'm gonna support, bro. I'm gonna be in the back. I'll be making music. I'll be pumping it out. If you're listening to it, definitely keep out for the music videos coming soon. That's definitely going to be dropping, and that's all I really wanted to say. Update for this YouTube world, and follow me, subscribe, definitely follow the SoundCloud, Indigenize, yep, Instagram, Indigenize the World, Facebook, Indigenize the World. Just hit me up. Definitely just listen to that music, bump it, make that music, put it out there, believe in yourself, and keep working, keep working, keep working, because life ain't over, man. All these struggles, all the pain that you're going through right now, make it medicine for the people, bro. Shout out Knuckle Bear. Hey, Vision as a World. Peace.